Alright, so I just got my Asus 24-inch LED 144Hz 1 millisecond response time monitor. I'm using it for the first time. I have to admit it's not what I was expecting. For the last 7 years I've had an Asus 21.5-inch 2 millisecond G2G monitor, and that monitor was like the closest thing I've ever seen in color representation of a CRT monitor. That monitor had such deep colors. It had zero image ghosting, so I had it in my expectations that this had 1 ms response time, so it would be 2 times better as far as like image responsiveness and things like that. Right off the bat, using the monitor, it just feels like a regular computer monitor, but it doesn't feel like a computer monitor. That's kind of my issue with it. It feels more like a TV, almost like a kind of like a cheapy kind of TV. I have issues with this monitor. Like, if you look at this hanger, for example, like look in here. Like if I run to, you see how it's flickering like that? Like that's not. I can't deal with that. But look at this. But yeah, my old monitor would never do anything like that. Like, it's basically like the contrast or something can't really adjust, and that happens in a lot of different locations with this monitor, and it drives me crazy. But that's nothing. Look at this. Just watch the clouds. I'm not even gonna move the monitor. You see it? Look, it just turned a little bit yellow. The cloud. It just changed. Oh, look there. It's darker now. Look, you see that? Look, now it's getting lighter. It's like this monitor just has like a mind of its own. It's like something's wrong with it. It's almost as if Asus's ASCR mode is enabled, because I would get this exact same thing if I turned it on my good old 21-inch. But I would turn it off and this wouldn't happen anymore. So I was like, oh, maybe ASCR is on, because that like dynamically changes contrast and things like that. First of all, let me show you that I am in fact running in 144 Hz mode. And let's see here. Okay, ASCR, you can see that it's off. Trace free is garbage. It's a kind of like a phony. It just does something really weird with the colors. But yeah, just watch. You can see the colors just change. Whites just turn into grays. Things just happen. Let me show you some more stuff. Like, it doesn't feel like a computer monitor. It feels like a cheapy kind of just TV. But let me go over to like the trees or something. And this monitor has noticeable ghosting. Like if there's like a bunch of lush grass or something, and you look down at it, and you like, I guess, strafe right or left, the whole entire image of the screen, simply put, is not as HD when in motion. Like, if I move sideways, it's not as clear, but when I stop, it becomes super crisp again. When I move right, it's a little bit blurry again. It's like it's really tiny, but my old Asus never had anything like that. But yeah, it's just like this monitor's, like if I turn fast with like, yeah, let me try and get it to, like things just like flicker in the background, like contrast can't really adjust very well. If you run past like fences or like chain link fences, the monitor just like freaks out, it flickers, things change color. It's not a defective monitor either, because I have 2 of them and they both do it. And I got them from 2 different locations. I got one from Best Buy, one from Newegg, and they both behave exactly the same way. Like, things just like whites just will turn into blacks, like. And not only that, but this monitor right off the bat, the colors are just not a really good representation of a CRT monitor. Right now is the best I've gotten the colors. At default it's just so, but I mean, nobody takes the default settings to heart. You have to adjust them, but even adjusting them to the best of my abilities, it looks it doesn't even come close to my 21.5 inch Asus, and that's a flat screen monitor, and that's an LCD monitor. And that's 7 years old, and I don't understand why. I thought monitors would have gotten better by then. I don't know, but if you put like a black screen on this monitor, it looks gray at best. The 144 hertz does feel smooth, like in general, but the monitor, it's just like very wishy-washy. It feels more like an HD TV than a computer monitor. But I'm definitely gonna return this and use my 21.5 inch for, I guess, for the next like 15 years, because I haven't seen another computer monitor flat screen able to represent CRT colors like that monitor has, and I'm just really kind of upset with Asus. This is a $300 monitor. My 7-year-old Asus that actually doesn't have image ghosting was like $120 7 years ago. But when I say image ghosting, I'm not like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but if I was in a different level with like with all the grass, like when you move right, the grass becomes darker because the pixels are all blurring together, and then when you stop, it becomes crisp again. So it's just like the typical image ghosting. That's what it is. It's not. There's really no other way to put it. But on my Asus, when I would if I would move sideways, yeah, there would be some vertical tearing, but the image would be clear. It would never be blurry ever. This monitor it's wishy, it's washy, it's blurry. It's blurry. I don't like it.